Hey, how goes it? Ken Bozak here to talk about crypto and crypto accessories. And I'm here talking about those such and touch subjects with Kevin Moore, my brother from another mother. Dude, I got to meet you IRL in Dallas, Texas. It was an awesome experience hanging out with you at the Dallas Bitcoin Ethereum SuperConference. And we got a ton of news to talk about. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Let everybody know a little bit about who you are and how you started your journey with crypto. Give them that origin story.
Sure, that's cool. Crypto-wise, I got into the space only in actually November from a investment point of view, and it was something that was brought to my attention a few years actually on a construction site. There was a kid that worked with me, and he started talking about mining Bitcoin, and I said, "Okay, mining Bitcoin." Two words I've never heard put in the same sentence, so I didn't know what he was talking about, and we never did have a chance to explore that further. So that was just an in and out in my mind, another little crazy idea someone had, and then back in what would it be about June, I have a colleague and business partner. His name's Diggy Bryling out of California, Crypto Diggy, and anyways, he called me and he says, "Have you heard anything about this Bitcoin?" And I said, "Well, no. What is it all about?" So he says, "Oh, I'm investing in it, and it's making crazy gains." And like anybody else that
Right,
doesn't
right.
know, anybody else that doesn't know. I mean, and one of the things that I've kind of figured out over the last few months is the biggest challenge we have ahead of us is just teaching people about the basics and not to be scared of it and to embrace it. But if people don't know, they just don't know, and when they don't know, they get scared. He ended up actually sending me $1 to my Jax wallet. He had me download a Jax wallet, send $1 to it. I didn't commit to buying any, but when I watched the dollar turn to $1.20, and then $1.50, and then $2, I mean, it's a measure of scales, right? If that were $100, it'd be 120. If it were $1,000, so I mean, it was like whoa. So I was actually on holidays in Jamaica in November, start of November. And right after that, I bought in Canadian dollars. So I'm up in here in Toronto, Canada area, actually in a small town called Lindsay. And it was 10,600 my first purchase. And I saw it peak at just under 25K Canadian. Pardon my language barrier there. And anyways, so that's kind of what got me into the space. And then what pulled me deep into the space is unfortunately this guy we're talking to live on this cast here, and he's my brother now, so I love it.
Awesome, man. Awesome origin story. So we were at the Dallas conference and I was looking for some investment opportunities or platforms I could utilize to make my life a little better. Why don't we dive on into that, man? What were some of the ones that you liked? I think we have over here that social wallet. You want to dive into that a little bit? Let the audience know what you thought about social wallet.
Yeah, no, I did. I did stop at the social wallet booth, and apparently one of the guys on their team is from Canada, so everybody that's from Canada knows everybody from Canada because it's so small, right? No, anyways, he's out in Alberta, so that was something that stuck out in my mind always. Really not important to the tech. The tech, my understanding of it, Ken, was that. It's a social media platform that they don't monetize videos like Facebook would, for example. But the cool part about the platform is it's a social wallet, so you can send your friend in New Jersey or your friend in Nigeria money when they're in need, and they don't necessarily need to have all the tech behind, downloading wallets and understanding all the backside. As long as they're a social wallet member and own a token or two, they can participate in that program. That's kind of my, high level observation. What are your thoughts on it, Ken?
I liked it a lot, actually. I was talking to that guy Ken a little bit, and I thought it was interesting because I always thought about sending celebrities crypto, but they don't have a crypto wallet, so I could now send it to their social media platform, or people could use the website Social
Oh,
Wallet,
sorry, guys.
the Social Wallet to even use Facebook disasters. You know how people check in to say they're safe. Well, what if you're in an area and there's a disaster and people want to help get you out of that area? They could send cryptocurrencies to your Facebook account, and you could log in with Facebook. You could prove you're in that area, prove that you own that cryptocurrency, and the funds would be released. So I could see endless potential with a platform like this, where it's making it easier for us to transfer value to those that we either admire or we want to help out in time of need. It's not always easy to donate to charity. I mean, if you wanted to help a Hurricane Katrina victim and you donated money to Red Cross, they still have yet to see that money come into that area. So it's like you could have just gave somebody some crypto over Facebook and they maybe have had a helping hand in rebuilding their house, much more than giving it to a quote-unquote free charity. So yeah, dude, the Social Wallet definitely to me was one of my favorite projects. I like right now they have, I'm looking at this, like they have the round 2 20% off or 20% bonus on their ICO.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, it's
token,
ICO for sure.
the token's 15 cents, and there is a minimum of $100 investment. But I mean, that's just so you're not congesting the network, investing $5 here and $5 there. So it makes it more worth the while for their ICO to go through the headaches of finding everybody and paying everybody out. They're going to be using that Wire coin, the Wire token, on their platform. And I heard they're integrating Steam, dude. I have a little video
Really?
here.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. May be possible, but I was going to play a video here for the audience.
Okay, cool.
Let's get it started.
So while that's starting, Ken, you made a good analogy. We talk about Hurricane Katrina and say the Red Cross and the need for me or you that want to send them money. We have to donate to a charity. Tell me how many dollars of that money that we donate gets right down to those victims on the ground.
Probably, I mean, they would like you to think 10 cents to the dollar, probably a penny to the dollar.
Right, so why don't we just take that to 99.9 cents and bring the power back to the people when they have, when they're in need, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes total sense to me too.
And what I liked about the Social Wallet was if I send Bitcoin to somebody and they don't claim the Bitcoin by logging in the Social Wallet with that social media website, they send the Bitcoin back to that sending address. So the Bitcoin or your crypto that you send doesn't get lost on the blockchain. So I could send Bitcoin to Little Dicky, but I don't have to worry about him ignoring it and it burning on the blockchain. I'll actually get it sent back to me after 30 days.
Yeah. Oh, why not? Oh, that makes total sense. I mean, there's the pullback that Bitcoin and the technology itself doesn't possess. Once I send that, from A to B, if B is dead, it's there. It's done. I mean, maybe a bad analogy, but I get what you're saying. It makes total sense.
Let's keep this on traveling down the road here. And speaking of traveling down the road, we got Travel Block. That was one of the flashier booths. They had a couple big screen TVs showing people the live platform that you can use right now to actually host a venue for somebody to lease out through this blockchain of what essentially kind of feels like a timeshare on the blockchain. What did you think about Travel Block, dude?
No, I think very highly of Travel Block. I actually had a chance to sit down and have dinner with Nelson Forrest Valdez, which is the director of investor relations, and he had his work cut out for him. A lot of people want in on that after they found out what it is and what it brings to the space.
Oh,
I mean,
man, yeah.
It if I could compare it to it's like a luxury Expedia that's going to incorporate crypto as payment. It's going to have a local token, and when you hold the token, you get the same exclusivity of the whales. That's the best way to put it. So I think it's cool because they like you said earlier, Ken. It's they do have a working platform.
Oh, yeah, and over 50 years of experience in travel agencies. I mean, they're not just a pop-up, ICO.
Well, yeah, they're from a huge buying syndicate group, and the idea is that they're buying these blocks of time at these, these blocks of time with the travel block. They're buying them, in such mass that they're offering their shareholders. And, with ICOs, you can become a shareholder and own a 15-cent token and have the same exclusivity as the guy that, 1 year ago, this technology was not there, but you had a $10,000 per annum fee on your membership, so to speak. So yeah, it's and it's high end like stuff, and the stuff I was seeing on there was pretty deeply discounted. So it's all there. It's just they're just doing a transition. They're bringing the old tech and they're revamping it. And the people that aren't doing that are going to be the people that get left behind, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be one of the guys that were beta testing Netflix when everybody else was using Blockbuster, so I'm ahead of the curve. So I don't know if I'll be checking out Expedia when I'm trying to book travel. I might want to go to something like this because I'm all in on crypto. I use crypto anyway, so like I might as well have it on the blockchain from start to finish. I do have a video here for the audience again. Let me hit play, and if you have any dialogue to add, anything you want to add to travel blocks, I mean, I'm looking forward to using it as a customer. I don't know what even people in real estate think, like about renting place out on the blockchain.
We're here to revolutionize the travel industry.
Yeah, no, it makes sense to me. I mean, locking everything up in the blockchain for the security and the constant accountability and the, you're not losing anything. That's the whole point of this technology.
Travel agents
it makes sense. And, we can even dip into when we rivets, for example. And they have some ideas, and they've been in the space for quite a while.
Which means it'll dramatically
let's just transfer over to that quickly. I grabbed one of their brochures. I mean, Ken and I got a chance to talk to these people like in person. Mm-hmm. So we're not dealing with all this,
we're positioning ourselves in a
FUD and FOMO
industry.
These places, and they're there. They're there. And like I said earlier when we were talking, I think, job one for all of us is we're trying to make these videos and talk about this technology because, do you want to be an early adopter or do you want to just wait? And at the end of the day, what it brings to the space is it's just the best way to put it is it just brings the power back to the people where it's necessary.
No, you're absolutely right.
I want to hold my medical records. I don't want my 5'4", 110-pound doctor standing between anybody that wants access to my medical records. I want a proven and secure blockchain to lock that stuff up now.
Yeah, I mean, I could just call in and probably get some medical records of yours just pretending to be you.
As long as
that it wouldn't be possible if it was on a blockchain. I couldn't send them a guess at your private key to get your medical records,
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
There was another really good project that we got to check out. I got to talk and hang out with the guy behind the scenes of Vault Logic. I got to actually use the ATM machine myself to first sell some cryptocurrencies because I needed fiat to buy some soda at the conference. And then I actually had some cash left over, so I actually bought my cryptocurrencies back from his machine. And I was half tempted to pay my AT&T phone bill through his Bitcoin ATM machine because it wasn't just a Bitcoin ATM, bro. Why don't you go ahead and tell a little bit about what this machine was?
Yeah, I met up with, actually, I'll show you their, I'm kind of a visual guy. I grabbed Jonathan Owens of Vault Logic is the guy we were hanging with there, Ken. And yeah, I mean, what they've done is, we're used to the platforms where we're just dealing with fiat in, Bitcoin out, Bitcoin in, fiat out. Well, this takes it to the next level. We can do those basic functions, but also, like you said, Ken. I mean, they're gonna link up with these guys like AT&T, and while you're there with your crypto, pay your phone bill. While you're at Walmart and you've got your receipt that you just basically boop, okay, cool, pay with crypto, all on this one machine. But what else is cool is that if the people haven't adopted crypto themselves, they can still send, for example, money to Mexico with the push of a button on the same machine. So you can do so many different things. And the Vault Logic looked at the whole industry, and they went for a licensing type thing. So for 300-ish a month, you can have this thing at a location.
Yeah, but you know
It's
what's
got
awesome? I wanted to add to that before we go too far that you have to
Okay.
pay that $300 a month in Vault coin.
Oh.
Yeah, it says paid in Volt. So starting at $300 a month, paid in Volt. And then there's the deposit as low as $1,000. But yeah, dude, keep it going, man. I just thought it was interesting that their own coin will be used to keep the company going. So the coin does have a use.
Well, and it just sparked an idea. I mean, if you're going to buy early adopter, you buy it and it goes up in value, and it doesn't really cost you $300 a month to actually get one of these units into the marketplace. And I'm interested in bringing them up here into Canada. Something that I don't always like to show all my cards, but Jonathan and I will be talking in the next few days, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm interested. I was actually talking to him about a side cart because they have the ability for you to have right now they have a recycling bot. So you can add this cart to the side of this ATM machine and you can recycle, your old broken phone or whatever it was. And I was thinking of some other type of machine he could add right to the side of this ATM machine. And, we kicked it for about an hour and a half with that guy. So I'm really hoping we get in touch. I get in touch with him and we keep it moving forward. And what's really awesome is it's a product. It's a physical product. It's not this vaporware. People that want to host a Bitcoin ATM machine, yeah, there are other options. But for businesses that want a digital business ATM, like it's a digital business machine, you could have a whole different marketplace inside your business using this ATM. So I was really stoked to see something like this because you could see like the time it took to really think out all the fine and work out all the deals necessary to like lock in the partnerships. And I really like that they have partnered with the Edge wallet. Did you know that? The Volt wallet?
I didn't know
yeah,
Edge,
bro. Volt is powered by the Edge wallet. It is an official partnership. Yup. Makes me feel a little more confident in this project. Like, I love Edge.
I love Edge too. I've been using ever since the conference, I've been using Edge. I met with actually, Brett Maverick Musser. He likes to be called Maverick, as he says. But anyways, we got a chance to hang out with him quite a bit as well, and definitely enjoying the multi-asset capability, Shapeshift on board. ERC20 tokens right in your pocket and not locked up in a...
Oh, man. I just like that I could send people ERC20 tokens at ease now. I have a bunch of social points from BTC Kyle that is an ERC20 coin or token, but it is on my Ether wallet, which is cumbersome. I have to plug in my hardware wallet and log in. But now I can use the Edge wallet to store my ERC20s that I like to use when interacting with people online. Like if I wanted to use a ride-sharing platform like Swarm City, I could use my SWAT token on my Edge wallet. Or if I wanted to give out social points to a YouTuber I really like, it's pretty damn cool. So I'm excited for having ERC20 tokens in a mobile wallet and something that's so secure. I mean, it's in the name. And hey, Boss Lady says, quick shout out to Kevin. Sounds legit so far. She thinks you sound legit. Got me thinking about possible collab with SaveCoin and Zero Waste and Edge. Yo, all right, so we can, we're going to jump on over here. We're going to get in here. We got Zero Waste Advocacy. Guys, go check out their website, Zero Waste Advocacy. We'll get on with the SaveCoin, Zero Waste Advocacy, and Edge. That would be a great thing to see happen. Definitely awesome because they're doing an airdrop here. So before we even dive into the project, all you have to do to get your hands on some of these tokens for free is join their Discord chat right here as you see on my screen. All you got to do is join the Discord. They'll give you that airdrop and you'll get some free sweet crypto. So do that. Highly recommend it. And I have some information here on the screen. Business owners in the U.S. spend about $21 billion for waste collection services each year, but have the problems of awful smelly dumpsters and overpricing for services. Well, apply smart technology to the empty containers, and when only needed before before they smell, and save the business 20% on their bill. That's just the pitch there. But like, What I got out of the zero waste advocacy concept is that they're going to make it possible for businesses to not only save money on their waste removal, but to actually make money off of their waste removal. So instead of spending that $21 billion a year having their trash picked up, they may actually make money having their recyclables picked up, because now they're incentivized to make sure that their dumpsters are kept recycled, divided, clean. They'll have the sensors on the dumpsters to keep an active eye in case somebody were to put paper in the plastic in the paper. They have these sensors inside the dumpster that can read when the dumpster is almost full, so that the trash truck that picks it up doesn't end up driving all the way there, using all that diesel fuel, all that manpower and labor during the hours spent traveling, just to pick up a dumpster that's only 20% full. They could have waited 2 weeks to spend that manpower, that gas, and that labor. So, I mean, what zero waste advocacy is doing, it goes way beyond the dumpster. It goes to the carbon emissions that goes to the dumpster, and even beyond that, like the amount of zero waste that zero waste advocacy is actually producing, it's really, it gives me excitement, because the way the future looks, without us being incentivized to recycle, it won't happen. The problem of the landfills growing and everything just getting out of hand will only continue. I mean, we have an entire continent of trash floating in the ocean right now.
No, it's ridiculous.
If imagine this, dude, this is what zero waste advocacy has me thinking, man. Imagine if there was a public key on every Coca-Cola can. You know how Coca-Cola cans say, hey, this is worth 5 cents if you recycle it? Well, if I have to go take it all the way to the recycling company to get the nickel, it's not worth it. And if I put it in the recycling bin, the blue recycling bin, I don't get a nickel. It doesn't spit out a nickel when I put that. So if the trash can is 5 steps closer than a recycling can, I have no incentive to put that can in the recycling can, even though it's worth a nickel. I will put it in the trash can where it's worth nothing. But if there was a public key and there was a zero waste advocacy dumpster that once you dispose of this product into it, it scans the private key and sends you its value. It unlocks the private key and you get that nickel for every can that you put into that dumpster. I mean, the potential is endless because we need it. I mean, what do you see when you think of zero waste advocacy?
I mean, best way to put it, I like to try and take things at a high level and just say, paid for throwing out your garbage.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you're right. You're simple. Paid for throwing out your garbage. I mean, honestly, dead on, man.
You know, and it just, like, why should the money go to the wastes? Why shouldn't the money go to us? I mean, if we're all trying to make a difference here, we should all get paid a little bit, right?
No, absolutely. I feel like the audience should definitely get in on the airdrop. I do see potential with this cryptocurrency. I do like that they did not go through with any ICO route. They're just trying to spread awareness by giving away their currency and trying to incentivize people to spread awareness of it so it gains value. You know, if you get in on the airdrop and you're holding a bunch of this, save coin for free, and you have a bunch of it you didn't pay for, you may be a free marketer for recycling now. I mean, you're incentivized to promote zero waste advocacy, which promotes zero waste, which promotes a cleaner earth. So I mean, now they have guerrilla marketing on the ground promoting a company that only wants to make the world a better place. They're not sitting here asking for ICO donations. They're sitting here saying, look, we'll give you the coin. You go out and tell people what we're about, and maybe our dumpsters will be adopted because you're asking for them. So I definitely think you should check out the website, guys. They do have the airdrop tab up in the top, and check it out some more. Don't take our word for it just because we're hype. This is not financial advice. This is just a personal opinion that shouldn't be held to what you do with your money. Always do your own due diligence, right, Kev?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, and like, so I told you I started in November of 2017, which feels like eons ago, but it was only a few months. And I used to buy coins just by their names. Like, at the end of the day, that's, I don't think, a very smart way to invest, but I was investing 20 here and 30 there. So doing your own due diligence is definitely key. I think my vetting process now is, you validate the website, validate marketing literature and, read into the white paper, buy into the tech, and then if it's all good, put some money in the game.
Hell yeah.
But Zero Waste Advocacy, they were one of the sponsors at that. Was it a decentralized art gallery you went to? You went missing, and I didn't see you.
Oh, yeah, bro. I went to the Decentralized Art Show after party. And yes, Zero Waste Advocacy was a sponsor of the event. So was Decred and the Edge Wallet. It was awesome. All Public Art was there. It was a really exciting after party, and it was awesome to see a project like this not asking for money, not asking for handouts, but handing out money to literally make the world a better place. They got me from the start, and I spoke to the lady behind the project for a good half hour.
Yeah. I did as well. She's cool.
I'm sold on her. Forget the project.
Sure. No, she's a good girl.
I'm sold on her. And if she goes to another project, even that project might get some of my attention because of her. So I'm definitely digging deeper into zero waste advocacy. And if you guys want a cleaner, healthier, better planet for your children and future to grow up in, and even potentially benefit from profiting off of marketing it, get in on the airdrop and let the world know about this shit. And that airdrop could go up in value as the earth gets a little bit cleaner and a little bit greener, and you get a little bit greener too. Speaking of green, dude, I know you are a big fan of salt. Salt.
Was I a big fan of salt?
I don't know, man. Right, what is that? The Bermuda Triangle of money right there, dude?
Yeah, we got a little bit of travel block. The king. We got the king in the house. But look at how this shit rolls right here, right in the middle of that triangle. Held. So salt's going to hold your money. Sorry. Let's rewind just a little bit. Salt is a lending company that if you hold crypto as an asset, they'll hold your asset for you, and then they'll give you some money. So I'm liking the concept for sure. And, I heard about it prior to coming down to Dallas. I didn't know what to think of any of this, to be honest, guys. And to think we were just talking about zero waste advocacy that came from that. That was the idea. And now we're here. So Bitcoin, I think it's changed the world. And, what did I write? Top 5 for 2018. That's me.
Hells yeah, bro. I'm with you.
For me, though, like I said earlier, do your due diligence. But I met the team behind Salt. I got pictures from the show. I'm happy to prove any of my propaganda, so to speak. And I really buy into the salt analogy of, I go into a bank now. I don't have a high FICO score, and even if I have an asset, they still won't give me money. So they take the FICOs out of the deal. If you have an asset and they can leverage that asset, they can give you a reasonable loan. When that loan's paid back, you get your asset back, your Bitcoin back. So say you do it $10,000, or what's Bitcoin at? About 11K right now. And it moons to 50. Pay your loan back, and you got 50 grand.
Hells yeah. Like, I don't want to, and it's not even possible. Like, I don't want to deal with the financial institutions that are established today. I don't want to have my value stored in a bank. And because I don't want my value stored in a bank, I can't get a loan. So, like, even if I walk up to the bank and say, hey, look, I have 1,000 Bitcoin. Can I get, like, 10 grand in cash? I'll pay you back. What's the interest? They're going to tell you to go screw yourself. And now I have to sell my Bitcoin. That's creating a taxable event, which SALT will eliminate because you're not fucking selling it. And now you can get that cash value. And like you said, dude, what if Bitcoin goes up to 50 grand? Well, if you got your loan at a 10% interest, you only got to pay 10% on top of what you got, not a 5,000 billion if it keeps going up, So I'm excited for the ability to actually use SALT in a traditional means where currency and money storage should work. And did you hear that they're going to have a Visa card where you're going to be able to, like, create a credit that is tied
that makes total sense. Yeah.
So you're going to give them a Bitcoin. You'll have a credit line.
Sorry, guys.
You'll have a credit line, and you can actually pull from that credit line at the swipe. And quick shout out to Marcello. Hey, Cello from the Bitcoin podcast. How goes it? Yes, bro, I will definitely unblock you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Kenny gets drunk and does dumb things sometimes. I don't know. But shout out to the Bitcoin Podcast. The Bitcoin Podcast guys, they were at the Dallas conference. They had a booth. They actually interviewed Little Boozy. Shout out to Little Boozy with the Uzi. Yeah, dude, he was there. That was cool. So quick shout out to that guy. But yeah, dude, when it comes down to salt, what do you think this means for the traditional investors? You know, the guys who want to treat Bitcoin like the property the government looks at it. Because a lot of my clients, they're realtors, and you deal with realtors. So this is making Bitcoin sort of like a house where you can rent out your house and take out a loan on its net worth, and now you have your house making you money in two directions. Now Bitcoin can do this. You know, what do you think this means for the suit and tie guys?
Well, the suit and tie guys on the back end can supply salt for all their lending, right? So let's talk numbers. So when I was at the salt booth, they said it's a working platform. Sign up today, and we'll give you one free salt. That was a promotion at the Dallas show, and so when I look at it like that, sorry, I had a little bit of a brain fart there. So 20. They said they've already tendered out 24 million in loans. They have 1.2 billion in loans requested, and that's even with the BitConnect shit going on.
Oh my God! Well,
I mean, when that goes away, when Carlos is forgotten, which with all those great YouTube videos, I don't know how I'll ever be, but salt is going to be big, in my opinion.
Right there with you. Actually, I have a little video here for people to watch. Let me see if I can get this up and running. It's only about a minute and a half, so let them enjoy this. And we can do shadow puppets.
Even if you'd bought Bitcoin in 2016 and kept it until 2017, you could have made a profit of over 700%. If you'd kept all those coins, that is. Even though us Bitcoiners love to hodl, chances are that you've already had to sell some to pay for your Bitcoin-fueled lifestyle.
Can they hear us while we're...
Now imagine
they can hear us, yeah. They're watching it with us. I'm sorry you can't hear this. But they're just explaining how, hey, how can you have
in
your
2017, this is finally a reality with Salt.
Yeah,
Salt is a next-generation lending platform for blockchain-backed loans.
I just like that it avoids the taxable
without having to sell your favorite investment. Here's how it works. Joining is fast and easy. With quick approvals and no credit checks. The only thing you need to get started is purchase Salt, built on an ERC-20 smart contract, which allows you to purchase membership on the Salt lending platform. Once you become a member, you can put up your Bitcoins and other blockchain assets as collateral and borrow money from our extensive network of lenders. The application process is fast, and as soon as you pay back your loan, you get your collateral back with no early repayment fees.
Okay, let's talk
now you can get cash to pay bills, remodel your home, buy a car, or even start a new business. And your crypto is right there if you need it.
Yeah.
Salt. Keep your crypto, get your cash.
Keep your crypto, get your cash. Come on with that marketing right there, bro. You got me, Salt. I'm locked in. I've been a pre-registered member for a while. Actually, I have an affiliate link if anybody's interested. If you want to sign up for Salt, I got that pyramid scheme money. No, but I do have a referral link, so if you do want to sign up through me, hit me up and I'll share that link. Because I think you might want to become a member today. Even if this doesn't work out, it doesn't cost you anything. Just become a member today in case this is the next credit score. You know, you want to get your crypto credit score built as reputable as you can in case one day you need to get some crypto credit on a house. What if you need $100,000 in credit and you don't want to sell your Bitcoin? Just build that credit on Salt, just so you have the credibility, and no pun intended, to get the credit, and that way you can avoid that taxable event and maybe settle on an interest rate that in the end, when you buy back, it will help you save some money. And a lot of people think of the arbitrage in Salt and everything like that with the value on the exchange versus the token valued on the platform. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to try to arbitrage Salt, it doesn't really work that way. I do have a video with one of the founders of the team where he explains that. I'll have it up soon, but I'll leave that to him to explain. But what Salt is really doing is making it possible for traditional finance to actually utilize or for this technology to actually utilize traditional finance, to be honest, because people that are putting a lot of money into crypto, I'm all in. If I need to get cash out, that's a taxable event. It's cumbersome. It's scary because I have to buy back my crypto probably when it's mooning, because as soon as I sell it, you all know it's going to take off. So I'm definitely interested for Sol, especially with that credit card. The Visa card's going to be interesting because, like, I'm totally testing that out. I will have like a $500 credit limit. I will have my crypto on there, and I will use my credit card to take a credit out on that crypto I put in up for capital or for collateral, and I'll see if in the end it was better for my pocket to do that rather than selling it. And obviously we know where that's going to stand.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm not privy to the comments that you're seeing stream through there, but you mentioned Diggy. He's actually the one that got me into this, so I wanted to shout out to him. Thanks, Diggy, for opening my eyes to this opportunity. He's going to be known as Crypto Diggy in the space, and my boy is he's a good guy.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Crypto Diggy, because without you, I wouldn't have met Awesome Kevin. So.
No, you wouldn't have at all. And he's got a big red beard as well, so you'd love him.
Yes, the Red Beard Club, man. So let's keep this moving, keep it trucking. We got another one. Cool. We got something coming. This one I heard you were a fan of. So why don't you go ahead and explain Stack and why you were so interested?
So Stack. Anyways, I think it's thestackapp.com.
Mm-hmm.
So their concept and what I understood, they say it very simply here. It's cryptocurrency investing simplified. So we all use bank cards, Chase, Citibank, Scotiabank up here in Canada. And, we make transactions daily where they cost us $4.34. Well, if you were cool with the concept of upping that $4.34 to $5, Stack will take that change and they'll invest it in a portfolio, and probably a fairly secure, however secure a crypto portfolio can be. But I don't want to add FUD to the pitch. But basically, you can take your change, they put it in a portfolio. So, for example, you skimmed off $40. In February of change. Wouldn't it be cool to look at that $40 the next February and it's worth $400? And so it's basically like they say, cryptocurrencies investing simplified, and that's my 10-cent tour of that. What are your thoughts on it and how it works? What's up?
I was checking out. Yeah, I was in the chat showing everybody. Somebody was like, "Who's trading right now?" I'm like, "Me on Binance." Oh man,
yeah,
but yeah, no, busy. I like it because what they're doing is making it so somebody like my mom could even reinvest over and over dollar cost average into a diversified cryptocurrency portfolio with the exact amount of money she can throw away in the trash every fucking day. Like, that's what gets me excited, man. Like, seriously. I don't want my mom to be doing too much on Coinbase. I don't want, I don't want people that are, no offense, a little older than me doing more than they should in this, and the whole FOMO thing has people cashing out their mortgages to buy Bitcoin. But I think the spare change concept right now, with how early entry it is to crypto, you're still going to take and make a lot of money, even investing spare change. So this right here will eliminate that whole like FOMO thing where I don't have a little of this, I don't have a little of that, because if this goes up and that goes up, I got to have it. It'll diversify it. So you kind of mitigate that FOMO feeling, and you also reduce the risk of over-investing in something like this, because the exact amount of money you should be putting into cryptocurrencies is the spare change that you have at the end of the day. It's money you should be able to spare. And this is perfect.
I always tell people when we start talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is don't invest any more money than you can afford to lose. But I can afford to lose my change and see what happens with Stack, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for it, especially, like I said, for something like my mom where all she has to do is link her card one time, swipe, like she normally does, look at her portfolio in a couple months or every couple weeks if she wants to reallocate some of the the assets and funds. And I think that that's exactly where we need to get people in. We don't need to get people in with the whole BitConnect pitch where, you're going to make a lot of money if you just put all your money into this cryptocurrency and you just, hodl it and trade it and this and that. Just put all your money. No, we don't need that. We need to be aware of the risks, but also promote the potential benefits. And like, again, spare change is the exact amount. And I thought that we were going to see something like this much earlier, much sooner, but it has been a little while. I've seen some other apps very similar to this, but I do like this app's concept where you can have the different portfolios that they risk assess, like very average, moderate, depending on what the cryptocurrency is, the overall market cap, the use case. They put a lot of thought and work into those portfolios, and you'll be able to track which ones would have been more profitable. So imagine if you did invest all that money into the most riskiest portfolio option they have. You would have been able to track the difference if you would have put the money in the more conservative portfolio. So you can see like, oh, did I miss out by not using this portfolio? And if somebody creates their own portfolio, they did say that there are plans for adding into the platform where if you designed your own portfolio and it looks like it's working out, you can share that portfolio and
That's
people
cool.
can mimic it. And the more people that mimic it, the more credibility you get. So there's so much that can be done with Stack. I'm excited for what they're doing. Definitely have a chance to get early access here, guys. If you wanted to check it out, you sign up. You can get your app on. You link your credit card or bank card to it. And as you're spending money at Wawa or buying groceries at the store, you're going to get a little bit of that spare change diversified. So,
Wawa, I love it.
Yeah, Wawa. Oh, yeah, it's right, Canada.
No, I mean, I just know Jersey. We were talking about how nice it is to drive around in Jersey or get gas at Wawa. I know all about it.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. I love me my Wawa. Let's wrap this here up a little bit with our last topic. I'm not the most, the best to have the knowledge in this or whatever, but I do know that it is a securities platform where they want to get things on the blockchain by the legitimate means of making sure that that asset is backed by that security, where we don't have to worry about things like BitConnect happening in the future ever again. And no, Polymath is not doing an ICO. They are a platform for securities to become tokenized. So this is more so for the establishment that wants to evolve and get on the blockchain.
Like me.
Yeah, dude. Like you want your houses on the blockchain, right? You want securities on the blockchain, right?
So we'll put it. So here's an idea that we discussed, and I kind of, I'm actually going to be talking to the boys at Polymath about it. So, I can tokenize a development now, for example. So I'm in the home building business, working a family business. We've been doing it for about 42 years in the area, built a very good reputation. If people want to invest into that company and that next development, I can say we need to raise $5 million in order to make this development happen. And that could be a secured investment that has a promised payback once that development is done. And I'm using the community's money, and the community is going to make the money back. And you can buy in for, $100 or $1 million. It's really cool. I mean, why not? It's VC 2.0.
Right. No, and if they don't, that's the thing, when technology evolves, vernacular has to evolve, right? The dictionary keeps getting thicker and thicker, right? I mean, it's not like you can use certain words to relate to new things that are completely just non-relatable to what we used to have and the words that describe them. So even, securities in the future may not be the word securities because Polymath is tokenizing them in a way that they were never intended to be. So if VC wants to exist, we may have CC, crypto cats. It's going to happen if they don't start to embrace this technology and see what it can do to make their their current system better. I do have a video here on Polymath. It's 1 minute, 55 seconds.
ICOs have raised more than $4 billion worth of early-stage capital, massively disrupting traditional finance. But while token fundraising is a booming trend, the global securities market has yet to participate. Stocks, bonds, venture capital, private equity, and virtually every category of traditional finance function better on the blockchain. Equity, LP shares, and share units will become programmable tokens that are more accessible, liquid, and secure than traditional forms of asset ownership. But no platform exists today that bridges the gap between financial securities and the blockchain. Today, businesses looking to join the crypto revolution by launching their own token have nowhere to go. Enter Polymath. Polymath envisions a future where token holders replace shareholders in the global economy.
Yo, Joe Schmo just said, how long until TV ads start saying there's a coin for that
powered by its native token, Poly. Polymath is ushering in a new era of security token offerings, or STOs.
For everything, so
STOs will soon dominate ICOs as financial products of all sorts upgrade to tokens. To facilitate this mega trend, Polymath is building the world's first decentralized protocol that empowers corporations to launch their own security token by simplifying the technical and legal challenges of a compliant token launch.
Check this shit out.
With KYC-aware token technology, Polymath ensures only authorized investors can participate in the network. By powering the next generation of regulatory-friendly tokens, Polymath aims to be the catalyst that launches the multi-trillion-dollar security token revolution.
Look at that Bitcoin.
Let the stampede begin. Polymath.
I saved the best for last, boys.
Let's see what you got. What is that? The Doge. Give him the D, bro. He gave you the D.
This is a Doge coin. Now this Doge coin, I am going to donate to one of you lucky listeners.
Oh, somebody's about to get a day.
I think it's peaking a cent right now.
Oh, passing on a whole penny, are we? I got this thing here from Public Key, Bank of Polymorbit. Have you seen this thing? It's like that money you showed me, dude. It's like unrippable. Dude, it's like Canadian money. It's future money.
Well, it came from these guys. These guys had like one of the busiest booths at the show because
Mantis Crypto?
They were able to They were able to answer well, I can't hold it in my hand. Well, how do you want to hold it? You want it on a coin? You want it on a bill? You want it on a...
I mean, dude, this right here has NFC. I have NFC. So if you want to scan the public key, you just tap the money and it says that it's still on here. And this seal right here, this seal says that the private key is still secure and that the value that the public key is saying it's stored, it's there. Now, it is a one coin from the Viacoin, one Viacoin from Polymorbit. And I could peel off this right here and expose the private key, or I could hand it to you. And you're physically holding a cryptocurrency that has you know what I'm trying to say. Tangible. God. It has tangible value right here. And I like it because of that. Imagine the future where you hand this to somebody when it's like 1 Satoshi, and you know that the private key is secure, it's still here, but you hand it to somebody at a register, and as they put it past there, it says, yes, that's on the public address, the private key is secure, and now I have a physical representation of Bitcoin that I'm using at the register.
Funny money. Bye-bye.
Whew. People are like, Bitcoin isn't real. It's not physical. Well, what is this? Is this physical enough for you? Is it real? I mean, it's got NFC technology, so you can scan the public address to see if it's really here. And you know the private key is there because it's behind this. It's just like getting one of those from them. It's like getting a coin that has it on there. You trust the tech behind it. You're trusting the you know that this is safe and everything, but that's still a step, guys. This is a step in the direction of opening the people's minds to cryptocurrency. This is a physical representation, and it's from Mantis Crypto, right, bro?
Yeah, Mantis Cryptos. Google that shit. Mantis Cryptos. I mean, they are able to do some real cool stuff. talking about putting private keys on holograms backwards on the back of coins, and you can lock. So then it becomes cold storage, and you're locking it in a safe. So people can give it to their kids, or grandparents can feel like instead of giving digital, they're giving actually something. But Mantis Crypto's BTC swag, that's what I got on it. I grabbed a couple keychains.
Oh, man.
They had minted pennies right for the show.
Bummer.
I think you got one or two of those.
Yeah, I got the penny. It's over here somewhere, dude. I love that. My girlfriend, I dumped out my entire goodie bag of things I got from the conference, and she saw that penny, and she's like, this is cute. I was like, I love it. I love it because it's a freaking Satoshi, dude. It's a Satoshi.
Yeah, this is like, they're definitely literally tokenizing things now. That's a chip.
I didn't get the physical chip. I got the card, but there wasn't a chip on it.
Oh, dude, I got a couple.
WTF.
One's got your name.
Mail me one. I'll send you some Litecoin.
Well, no, you got to get that passport. We got that polymath meeting we got to set up, bro.
Fine, I'm going to get the passport. I'm coming to Canada, everybody. Y'all better be ready over there.
Yeah, no. So actually, let's talk about that. Let's talk about your debut in Canada.
Oh man, I'm excited. I want to come up and maybe talk at a conference and then educate people about cryptocurrencies and maybe even talk about how I just moved hundreds of thousands of dollars across the border because I have a brain wallet and customs can't seize my brain. So there's nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
good example.
That's a problem. That's a problem when you have a diamond ring on your finger because you're married and you forgot to register it with customs, and now all of a sudden you're a criminal because you're trying to launder money over borders, all because of a ring on your finger. It's worth $30,000. You're not allowed to travel with over 10 unregistered. Like, I don't think that should be legal, and it won't be legal because very soon the ease of enforcement will be very minute. It won't be very possible to enforce that law, so it will disappear, just like prohibition and many laws before it that we used to deem ridiculous, but are not laws anymore. Definitely not used to it with money yet. We're definitely comfortable and very definitely very structured and manipulated to use our financial system the way it is. But if you're open-minded, you see the benefits. I mean, we've only the few things we have talked about here from the conference tonight are changing the world. There was like 5 times more of these projects. These were just some of the cream of the crop, as so to speak.
Well, here's the book. Here's the book from the conference, Ken. I mean, we got a lot of content to talk about.
Yeah, we didn't even put a dent in that.
We were only able to bring up a couple that kind of were apple in our eyes at the show. I liked your customs comment because I actually got asked by customs how much Bitcoin I had with me, and customs is going to have to get used to people carrying their fortunes in their pocket.
No, or even in their head. Even in your head. That's the thing, man. I just remembered 12 words and there's nobody. Yeah. Or, dude, Edge Wallet. Edge Wallet. Edge. I'm going to market it right here as this, and I hope that they don't mind. Forgive me if you are.
I don't think they do.
Edge Wallet is the best way to launder money over international borders, hands down, period. The best way to launder money over international borders is with the Edge Wallet. Why? Because all you have to do is pick up any brand new phone in the fucking world that you just traveled to, install the Edge Wallet, username, password, and they have no access to your money. It's a totally cloud-based backup. They have no identity to know who that money just went to or where. So, the Edge Wallet, the Edge Secure Wallet, is probably the best way to launder money over international borders. And because of that ease of use, the fact that the fact that they won't be able to enforce it as a law is coming our way very, very soon. Just like you can buy alcohol at your local liquor store, but a while back you couldn't. You'd be a criminal. If you wanted to travel over the border with a $30,000 ring on your finger and you didn't report it, you may get arrested. That may not be a thing in the future because of the ease of disobeying that order. It will be too vast, too great. They're not kicking in everybody's door who's downloading movies illegally or music piracy on the internet. They would literally be arresting everybody alive.
Yeah.
And somebody said something here about cannabis. I'm sorry, I wanted to bring that up, bro, because we talked to some miners and some cannabis growers, and basically the same industries. Somebody should hold a crypto party at the Cannabis Cup in California. I actually reached out to Potcoin, and I told...
When is it?
I don't know, man. I told Potcoin if they want to do anything, I will do it.
Cali, bro.
All right. No, yeah, definitely. We need to get something going in the cannabis industry with marijuana. Somebody said cannabis, only losers partake in cannabis. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Losers partake in everything, and people partake in everything. I don't like to classify people by their recreations. You know, I don't agree with that. I might be a little biased, but I know
I'd have to say that
I know plenty of successful people that smoke weed, and but no, I think that the industry does need crypto technology or blockchain technology because they're not allowed to have a bank account, and they're a cash-only business.
Oh,
so
makes total sense.
The odds of them getting hit with counterfeit money, greater than any. The odds of them being robbed, greater than any. Even the risk factor of being a customer of a cash-only business is scary because on your way there, you're a target. If you're a known customer, you know they have cash. That's it. It doesn't make me feel safe as a citizen when I have to, give up certain securities in order to partake in activities in our nation. It's not fair. And I don't feel like it should be, enforced upon where if you want to partake in this industry, you're literally giving up every financial security that the world has ever invented. And then we're also going to rob you. So after 7 months of your operations being open, we're just going to raid your completely legal facility and seize all of your fiat currency. And that's it. Good luck with running your company after that, because we're going to steal all of your plants and all of your product, and we're going to steal your money. But if your value is stored on a blockchain, there's not much they could do next to interrogating you, which is against the Geneva Convention, so they won't do that shit. And you'll be able to keep your Bitcoin. They'll just take your pot plants and your pot brownies, and they'll probably get high in the back of their little FBI, DEA van or whatever. We all know that's what they do with the stolen goods. And, if we could just educate these dispensaries on the securities of cryptocurrencies, I think it will be sold. I mean, Dash has a partnership with a point of sale system that's working with over 4,000 marijuana dispensaries to accept cryptocurrencies like Dash. So it's coming, guys. I don't see the marijuana industry going anywhere, but probably all in when it comes to cryptocurrencies. It's the same business model, it's electricity, it's heat efficiency, and it's product production. I mean, that's mining or marijuana farming. It's the same friggin' thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, and I mean, without cannabis, this industry wouldn't survive. So, to say that it's losers is they
said sarcasm is lost in text. It was sarcasm. I can respect that. But for some of the people who believe you have to have a suit and tie and a fine whiskey at best to know your shit from your elbow, that's not always the case. There's a lot of people that pay me good money because they don't know shitcoin from a Bitcoin. And, we're giving this away for free, man. Hey, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you? You got your Steemit channel. You got a Twitter account. I'm going to have all that in the links in the description box below. Let's wrap this party up and let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, like you said, we could go on forever. Shitcoin versus Bitcoin is probably what I took out of this whole meeting. But so my Twitter handle's at Kevin's Cryptos. My email address is kevinscryptos@gmail.com. I started a live stream YouTube channel this afternoon, Kevin's Cryptos. So I'm known as Kevin's Cryptos in the space, and I'm not like a coder. I'm not a guy with the next ICO, but I'm an enthusiast, and what I think we need to do is just educate the public, and the rest will come.
Yeah, man, that's what we came here to do. This is not investment advice, it's investment opportunities, and these are our opinions on said opportunities. Kevin is from Toronto, Canada, where I will soon be visiting for my debut in Canada.
Well, maybe go to even Montreal.
Oh, oui. I'm excited, brother. I'm excited. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us, and have a night. Thank you, Kev. Have a night, everybody.
All right. See you, everybody. Have a good one.